all know that working out is good for us, but honestly, sometimes we are not making it to the gym. So right now, I'm going to be putting on some workout clothes and getting together with Kimberly Jenson, a mom and health coach, who's going to share with us 3 exercises we can do at home anytime without equipment. Welcome to Happiness Adventure. I'm Lisa, and together we'll explore ways to cultivate real joy in our lives. Kim, welcome to Happiness Adventure.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
We all know that exercise is really important, but there are some days, let's be honest, we just can't get to the gym. So today we're going to be talking about some easy do-at-home exercises.
Yes.
But let's start with why it's important to make sure we still do something on those days.
Sure. There's a lot of science behind why you should work out. And the truth is, until you actually work out, you're not going to know the benefits until you start feeling them. Mm-hmm. And even though you might be tired, even though you might not have time, you might have kids at your feet, you might have a job, you might be traveling. The truth is, if you can get in 15, 20, 25 minutes a day, you will have that much more energy, you will have that much more clarity, you'll have peace of mind, you'll have brain activity. Your whole body begins to come alive. And I feel like then you take that, what feels tired and burdensome, and you just have a little pep in your step to kind of take it through the day.
Do you have any advice for people who are all or nothing? I know sometimes my mindset is I'm going to the gym and I'm working out hard for an hour, or I'm doing nothing. I'm skipping today.
Right. I think you need to realize that every little piece matters. And the truth is, usually when you start with getting your heart rate up and breathing and getting, air into your lungs, then all of a sudden you're going to be more likely to choose a glass of water versus a soda, or, maybe a little extra fruit or salad instead of, that burger or whatever. So I think it all goes into play, and you kind of have to think of it as, if I do this little piece, it's going to carry me through the day, versus I have to do that so that way I can do X, Y, and Z.
Absolutely. And it goes the other way too, the cascade of bad decisions.
Absolutely.
What's the minimum amount of time you think someone needs to get a quality workout in?
There's a lot of different people that would say 30 minutes, you need that 30 minutes. But the truth is, I actually just finished a program where I did 20 minutes every single day. It was vigorous, it was hard, but I got crazy results, and it was just as effective as a 30, 60-minute workout. So I would say whatever you're doing, do with a gusto. Do with all you've got, right? And don't worry about the time, worry about the quality of what you're putting in.
Okay.
And maybe that's 6 to 7 days a week if you can't get that big long workout in. Mm-hmm. And even if on that 7th day it's more of a rest, it's more of a active rest. So you're doing some yoga poses and some stretching and that kind of thing.
Okay, great. So you've got 3 exercises anyone can do in their own home without equipment.
Yep.
What are those?
Okay, so you've probably seen them all before, because let's be real, but I'm going to show you kind of modified to advanced, so that way you can take these 3 moves and you can just get better and better and better and better. So we're going to start with the push-up, because it works your full body. You're working your calves, your quads, your abs, your glutes, your back, your chest, the whole 9.
Really? I always thought of push-ups as just arms.
Nope. You're going to work it's actually probably more stability than it is anything. So when we do this, I want you to focus on tightening your core. Okay. So we're going to come on down. I'm going to show you modification first. Let's put both of our knees down. So as we come down here, there's different ways you can place your hands. I'll just show you first. I know it's kind of hard on your knees, but you can bring them this way, which is going to work more of your chest. Okay. You can take this way, which is going to be more of your triceps. But when you do that, make sure your elbows are touching your sides as you go down. Okay. So let's just come on, bring it down. You don't have to go that low. Go as low as you can and come back up. Well, let's say you can't even get that far down. You can come right here, come back up. Okay. Come right here, come back up. And then as you get stronger, you're coming all the way and pushing back up. Now let's lift one leg. Okay, and let's come on down and push back up.
I can feel that's a lot harder.
That is, because we're gonna take it down. But again, if you were brand new, you already moved off your one knee, you can just come right here, come back up. Okay, and then as you get better, you take them all the way down, all the way up, all the way down, all the way up.
And so my modification is just to go less far down.
Yep. So as you can make your progression, you just kind of move all the way until that chest can come to the floor, and then come back up.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How many of those would you recommend we do?
So if you were sitting down, like we just talked about, this is your 15 to 20 minutes that you have. Maybe you kind of run in place just to kind of get your heart rate up. I would say you could do 3 sets of 10, maybe 10 to 15 reps.
Okay.
So do 10 to 15 3 times.
One after another.
Yep.
Are there any places people go wrong form-wise with their push-ups that
There
we should
is.
be aware of?
Absolutely. It's a great question. A lot of times when people do push-ups, especially when they start on their knees, they end up keeping their butt in the air and they come down like this. That's not really doing anything. You could probably do this like 30 times. You're going to work something. Yeah. It's not going to hurt you, but it is an incorrect form. That butt needs to stay down. Those hips need to stay engaged. Your core is in tight and you are coming down.
Okay. So not this, but this.
Yep. There you go.
This.
Perfect.
Okay.
Great. Yep. So you always want to work on the line being, straight.
Okay.
Yeah. Exercise number 2 is going to be a good old-fashioned squat. Your body weight is your best weight. Honestly, I know you want to pick up those weights, but using your own body weight is going to be just as effective. So we want your feet shoulder width apart, okay. And all we're going to do is act like there's a chair right behind you, and we're going to just sit down. So you want to put your chest stays up, butt goes back, and you're coming down low. And when you come up, give it a little pulse. Okay. So if you're just starting out, we'll just go kind of like half time. So you come right there and come up, right there and come up. And then we're going to go all the way down, and we hold and we come up. So an incorrect way would be you're slouched over, right? You're just kind of number 1. Number 2, your knees are going over your toes. So you're going like that. That's going to cause an injury. So we want to make sure that those knees stay back and you're sitting back and you come up. Okay.
And how many do you recommend of this?
I would say 25 to 30. You can do a lot more squats and then 3 times, so if you start with your push-ups and let's say we do 15 push-ups, 30 squats, and then we're going to move to the next one.
And the modification, if someone can't do a full squat, is just less range of motion?
Yes, less range of motion, as well as you could start on the wall. If you have a wall in your house, go and just take a seat on the wall. You're going to work on your form. It's going to keep your back to the wall. Okay. You can just sit very still right there, and you can slowly work on, making it your own squat as you go along. So,
okay, great.
Yeah.
I love that because you don't need equipment or anything.
No equipment.
What parts of the body does a squat affect?
So you're obviously working your quads, your glutes, your calves, and again, your core. Always your core because you're engaging that core. Anything you're doing, to be honest, you can be walking and working your core. You can be standing in line and working your core. Your core is going to always be the thing that holds you up. So in my best advice is anytime you can, be giving that core a little bit of pulsing, a little bit of exercise, a little bit of range of motion, and you're going to constantly be working. And then you're going to be able to do way more.
Great. And what is the third exercise?
Okay, so the third we're going to keep, it's a little more extreme.
Okay.
And most people hate them. It's actually not my most favorite exercise, but it's very effective. And so that's why it's just a burpee.
Okay.
I'm going to show you different levels because obviously you don't want to just start by jumping and doing all the extreme. Mm-hmm. If you don't even want to go down on your wrists, you can you come down, you come up, well, that'd be 1. Okay. Then you would do other. With your arms up. So it's the same thing. It's just you're not bringing your heart rate up and down, which is what we want. But that would be a very beginner level.
Okay.
So next we would come on down. So jump on down, take your step back, step in, and we come up. Okay. There's another one. Now we go down and we jump back, jump in, and we come up.
Okay.
And then your max, your extreme, you go down, you jump out, you jump in, and you jump. And that is your extreme burpee.
Okay.
So that you can tell right away what's happening.
My heart rate is up.
Great.
After one.
So that's great. That's what you want. You want that heart rate up because guess what happens when that heart rate goes up? All of a sudden your happy hormones start kicking in and now you're finishing strong. So I would say if you did 20 burpees, that's a lot. You're going to burn out real fast. But then you come back, you slow it down, you do your push-ups, your squats, your burpees.
So you do one of each and then repeat the whole set.
Yep.
Okay. And what I like about this is whatever amount people can do, we just modify to our level and keep challenging ourselves.
Yeah. You have different levels to go every single time.
Yeah. What part of our bodies are we targeting with a burpee?
So full body. And especially get your cardiovascular heart rate going. Yep. So now all of a sudden you're burning more calories.
When you're by yourself, what leads you to push yourself to go a little bit harder or to do one more burpee? I mean, because I think when you're with a class or you have a teacher prodding you, it's easier. You have kind of the energy of the room or the competition. But how do we find the drive to do that little bit more? What do you recommend?
I think with anything, your why has to drive you. Why are you even doing push-ups, squats, and burpees to begin with, right? Like I know for me, I have 4 young kids. I want to be healthy. I want to have energy. I want to be excited. I want to be a great example. So for me, I'm going to push myself to that next level. For me, it's like that one more burpee, that one more push-up is going to push me that one more extreme. And one of my biggest rule of thumbs is when you want to quit, do 2 more. Push yourself to fatigue every single time. So.
And we can almost always do more than we think we can, right?
Always. Yeah. Totally.
How much rest do you recommend that we take between sets?
So if you were doing 3 sets, once you've warmed up, so we didn't really go over a warm up, and honestly, you don't need a ton of warm up, but maybe like a little jog in place, a little twist of the core, you know, so you're maybe little arms, maybe just some chest openers, just moving your body, getting it ready to work. To be honest, you don't need a lot of rest. I would say you start maybe like 30 seconds to a minute in between each set. Okay. And away you go. Great. And then cool down, the same thing. You want to kind of, especially if your heart's beating, you want to just kind of slowly bring it down. You can stretch out those quads because they're going to be sore. Yeah. You know, same thing with your abs. Bring your chest, you know, bring your arms across your chest because you just worked a ton of arms. So
yeah. This is so efficient. I love it.
Yeah. Away you go.
You say that it's really important not to shame our bodies, that we actually change from accepting. Can you talk a little bit about why that's so important?
Absolutely. I think if you're working for a size or you're working for a number on the scale or you're working for something that you're comparing to, you know, whether it's something you see on Instagram or social media or in a magazine, you're never going to get there, right? You're always going to be falling short. You have to learn to love what you've been given. You were created a masterpiece, and maybe you've fallen short for a couple years and you know, maybe had a couple kids and you just aren't feeling like you used to. That doesn't negate the fact that you're still beautiful and you're still just as great as you were back then at a certain size. The more you can get away from that, the more you're going to want to fuel your body and do your body right because you love it, not because you hate it.
Kim, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. This was great.
Thanks to Kim Jenson for showing us those easy exercises we can do at home with no equipment on the days when it's not possible to get to the gym. The links to all of Kim's resources are in the description box right below this video, so please be sure to check those out. In the comments, why don't you let us know what is your why for working out? Before you go, subscribe to show your vote for positive content on YouTube, and I look forward to seeing you soon for our next happiness adventure.